We thank you for coming out today on this beautiful, beautiful day here at Pearl Harbor Historic Sites. We have a performance here by a very talented group of students all the way from the far east, as we say here in Hawaii, all the way in the island of California. So they're our neighbors to the east, but they are on the west coast, and we're glad to have you folks. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can put your hands together for the Valencia High School Band and Choir. Now, I'm going to say one more thing very briefly. We thank you for being here as an audience, but students, I want you to keep in mind that you do represent your school, your state, and your country, and you're really playing for the young men that are they're laying entombed in their final resting place, and they're the ones that are appreciating what you're doing for them. And just very briefly, you may or may not know, you share so much more in common with the young men that gave their lives on that morning of December 7th, 1941. They were given permission to sleep in that fateful morning until 8 a.m. Normal reveille time is 7 a.m. on the weekends. But these young men took second place in a music competition the night before. So they were given permission to sleep in. The attack here in Hawaii started just moments before at 7:56 a.m. prior to their wake up. So they shared your love of music, and I'm sure they're going to appreciate what you've brought today. So thank you so much again. Have a great performance. Aloha.
Wow. That's good. Thank you again for being here. We are honored to be here. We are Valencia High School Choir Band and Color Guard, and Band and Color Guard are about to perform an amazing piece for you, but I just want you to know the last piece that we did was a compilation of Bob Babco, who transcribed it for us. It is my grandfather's song, America, My Homeland, by Ernest Tavares, who is a native Hawaiian, and many of our relatives were here the day of Pearl Harbor. So we are very happy to be here, bringing it full circle. Please enjoy. Again, we're Valencia High School from Valencia, California. That was the Valencia High School Band and Color Guard doing Americans We by Henry Fillmore. We'd like to again thank all of you for listening today. I am Christine Mocha, the Valencia High School Choir Director. This is Mark Judd, our wonderful esteemed band director, and Lorraine Cohagen, who directs the Color Guard. We'd also like to acknowledge our amazing principal. John Costanzo is here with us today. Thank you for being here. We are going to follow with a choir piece called Parting Friends, and we dedicate this to all of the entombed soldiers who are still here at the Pearl Harbor Memorial. This is Parting Friends.
Mary.
Aloha again, and thank you.
With 68,
On
86.
behalf of
She forgot. She
Valencia
didn't write
High
it down.
School Choir, Band, and Color Guard, and the City of Santa Clarita,
about to say the name.
VFW, I would like
It's okay. She'll-
to thank you for being here. We will finish with Sea to Shining Sea, and at the end we will present a beautiful fresh flower wreath in honor of those who served, those who continue to serve, and especially those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for the freedom that we enjoy today. This is From Sea to Shining Sea.
Still watch me for time. Hurry up, see the timing.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is the Valencia High School Choir and Band all the way from Valencia, California. So we have a couple of presentations to make. First, as was mentioned, we have this beautiful fresh flower wreath that's going to be carried on to the memorial. And this is in honor of all those that served, those that continue to serve, and of course, those that gave the ultimate sacrifice for the freedom that we enjoy today. Here to receive the wreath on behalf of the Pearl Harbor Historic Sites, we have Quartermaster Senior Chief Jacobson. Thank you very much. Now at this time, we have a couple of other presentations to make. Can I have the directors up front, please? I've just handed the directors a flag and a certificate. This is a very special American flag. You know, as you know, we are just on the anniversary of the 75th. It's the 75th anniversary of the attack here at Pearl Harbor, the attack on Oahu, on December 7, 1941, when the attack took place. Well, 75 years later, this American flag was flown over the flagstaff of the USS Arizona in honor of the Valencia High School Choir and Band. It was also flown just this morning over the flagstaff of the USS Bowfin, and we have certificates to confirm that it was flown in your honor. So thank you again for coming out and showing us your talents. Now, as we mentioned, the wreath is going to be presented at the Remembrance Wall at on the memorial. And as you folks go out on your tour, and we thank you for bringing and wearing those flower leis you received. And as we mentioned, they would be a little more wilted than when you received them. And the idea is it's all from the heart. We always like to give from the heart. You know, it wasn't too long ago that we had no monetary exchange here in Hawaii. Everything was handcrafted. So as you got these flower leis, somebody handcrafted those and gave those to you. And now you're going to be, when you get out to the memorial, you'll be taking those flowers and presenting it to the spirit of those young men. And to this day, over 75 years later, they estimate over 2 quarts of oil a day still coming up out of the ship. And we call those the black tears, and you can present those flowers over the black tears for a nice dedication. So thank you again for wearing those leis and holding on to those. At this time, we would like to give you something else that's been handcrafted. Basically, that said, this is a large cereal bowl. Now, this is a trophy bowl, handcrafted, and it says in appreciation for your superior performance to the Valencia High School Choir and Band here at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, April 2017. So thank you very much again. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being a wonderful audience. Again, students, awesome job. We know you worked really hard to come out here. They do have a few more performances here in the islands. They chose to perform rather than go to the beach, so we're real happy about all that. Right? Is that correct? Oh, they'll be doing that later. No, I'm just kidding. They're going to be having a great time here in Hawaii, and we do have some performances. And Ala moana wen kona? So tomorrow at Ala Moana and Thursday at Tamarind Park at noon. So thank you very much. Aloha.
It's Friday at 10 Did we fly out?
Stopping.
I had a radio, I didn't want to use it. Years ago. Did you finish yours?
Yeah.